3 minutes tonight, and you had to look hard to find him a lot of times. 2 shot attempts in 33 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Come on now.
He got swallowed up. There were times where you felt like this is an all-NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
And look, he's playing against potential all-time great Wembanyama. He is not.
But here's the
Wembanyama.
problem: he's going to be playing against him for a decade in theory, and he was a complete disaster.
He looked like he did not want the ball.
They're basically playing without A.J. Mitchell, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren.
That's right, and
it was a 1-possession game in the end of the fourth quarter, which is why the Thunder aren't going away. But it's also why the Thunder have a gigantic.
You put it in our group chat. You're like the Thunder are playing without 2 All-NBA players. Because
he got the ball ripped away from him very early by Keldon Johnson. There was times where I thought he had, like there was one time in particular on the left wing where he had a clean catch and shoot 3 and he hit it.
Well, that's the thing. So look, it's one thing if you're going to have trouble dealing with the 7'5" guy who's brilliant. Like
wasn't even his defender, by the way. But go on.
Right, but a lot of times he's looking eye to eye to him. Okay, it's another thing when you won't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And he played 13 minutes in the second half, and right there's a warning sign. They took him out. It wasn't because he was tired.
They took him out for the last couple of possessions when they definitely needed a bucket.
They should have had him out less, or they should have had him out there less. They should have had Jalen Williams out there more.
Occasionally got quasi benched. There's a couple of times where you were saying maybe he needed to get benched, and you guys know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
And he took no shots. He took no shots in the second half.
And listen, and then we talk about Dylan Harper, who is a one and done rookie, and that guy is taking and making big shots down the stretch of a Western Conference Finals road Game 7. Stephon Castle, like nice box score line. His impact goes so far beyond what shows up in the box score. Somebody from the league office at halftime was like, everybody's playing so hard, and he still stands out with how hard he plays, how he just impacts things so much with his effort, with his athleticism. And again, like Shea went off today, but like Steph Castle did as good a job defending Shea in the series as you possibly can.
Jalen Brunson is an incredibly cerebral player, and he's a realist, and he's savvy and all that stuff. Way even more than he's willing to show publicly. I would love to either have been in his group chats or heard his internal monologue watching, because he knows that's what's next for him.
He's going to get to know him, that's for sure. That's
he's one of the best problem solvers in the NBA, Jalen Brunson, and that's good because there's a problem. Number 5 is going to be a problem for him.
And a lot of the stuff the Spurs are able to do, the Thunder is not going to work against the Knicks. Like they were just not. They could run away from a lot of guys on the court, and just especially once A.J. Mitchell and Jalen Williams are out,
the offensive profile that the Knicks are going to present is going to be much more dynamic than the Thunder.
It's going to be a fascinating series from that standpoint. It will be a really fun one to watch. And look, like the Spurs, again, like injuries are like we talk about this all the time. Like to get through to the end, you got to get lucky, and part of getting lucky is staying healthy. And we came out of game 2 or 3 of the series, I don't remember which one, thinking, man, are the Spurs not going to have Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox? And within 36 hours, the Thunder didn't have Jalen Williams and A.J. Mitchell for the rest of the series. Like if you took Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox out of the series for the Spurs, this is probably over in 5 games.
And put A.J. Mitchell and Jalen Williams back. Like if
that's what I'm saying. Like if you just flip those circumstances around, the series is probably over in 5 games.
Right,
like,
which is why, I mean, this is absolutely a moment for Victor, and he may play even stronger in future moments like this. But as you guys have said, like, make no mistake, this is not. I mean,
the Spurs are not a one-man team. They are
No, that's not what Brian was saying. The Spurs aren't a one-man team, but this is also like there's going to be a lot of like, oh, the Thunder are cooked in the next couple days.
I mean, to a certain extent, it's a passing of the torch because the Spurs are now going to play for the title, but
the torch is going to get passed back and forth.
I'm going to be flying back and forth between OKC and San Antonio, probably in the West Finals for several years to come. These two teams. This is you guys might have the stat in front of you. The first time in a long time that two 60-plus win teams met in the playoffs and certainly went to Game 7. And
the last time the two teams with the best record in the league went to Game 7 of a series was the 2002 Western Conference Finals with the Kings and the Lakers. Shout out to NBC who had that graphic during.
These teams are built to last. Now, the Thunder have some major questions to answer, and really it's one major question: how much is Clay Bennett willing to cough up to keep this roster together? And then the answer to that question leads to the answer to the other questions. But they'll have their core three. Hopefully, J Dub can get healthy, stay healthy, and
I mean, these are not historically, keyword historically, chronic, injuries that,
mm-hmm.
to affect the rest of your career. It'll be that's going to, I mean, I'm sure the Thunder have already investigated it very deeply as to why he is having this hamstring issue.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that will continue.